Yo, it's me, Big Nose. Do you want the best player on the game? Well, you can't get D-Money, because he's probably not in FIFA. So, get Phil Bardsley. Get all the Phil Bardsley. So if you're looking for the best way to get coins, don't spend fewer points, go over to useandbuy.com for the cheapest place on the market for your coins. Use code Vizeh at checkout, and most importantly, enjoy the video. Oh, what's up guys, Vizeh here, and welcome to another video on my channel. Today, let's get into the top 50 most OP players on FIFA 21 that you guys can go and use and put into your teams and get the absolute most out of your ultimate team or your weekend league or whatever else you play on against your friends, and just try and flex on them. So I've got a lot of variety here, okay? So some cheap players that may cost you 2 or 3k, some more mid-range like 10, 15k, and then the more expensive 50k or above, because there's a lot of different variety with what people want this year. Now, right now, it is very easy to get coins, because if you put a game, like for example, Div Rivals placements, if you win your first 5 games, you get 124,000 coins. So it's not like other years where like you kind of start off with like a cheeky 10k team and you work your way up. If you win those games, then you get 100k already, which means you've already got players to, in theory, spend 10k per player. So there's a lot more coins about this year, which means that players will be bought a lot more easily if they are higher rated or more expensive. So I've got 50 players here, no goalkeepers, because who cares about goalkeepers, but it'll be mostly attackers, wingers, midfielders, so like CM, CDM, cams, and then defenders, left backs, centre backs. So with that said, if you guys do enjoy, smash the like button and also subscribe if you are new. It really does mean a lot here, boys. And also, if you want the cheapest and the best in real life FIFA cards, then make sure to go down to footcard.co.uk down below in the description, and make sure to use code S21 for the best quality in real life retro or current FIFA, customized or real life players. It is your choice. And with that said, let's get straight into it. So let's start with defenders. And with defenders this year, you need players with pretty high pace, no lower than 75 for centre back and no lower than 85 for a left back or a right back. You need them to have pretty good physicality for back post headers or winning ball in the hair, or just fighting with the attackers who you're facing against. Because right now this year, it seems like physicality is a lot more of an importance, because battles seem to be a lot more matching. If they are a bigger player, they should most likely win. The best player which I can find to match this, who's pretty OP, not like Van Dijk, is Joe Gomez. He's worth quite a lot, and there's a reason why. He's fast, and he's also got pretty good reaction, so that he can move left and right and also react to block shots. For example, he can also jump. He's 6'2", and he's strong, and he's got all the main defensive stats that you need for a defender. And let's stick to the BPL, and next up will be Kieran Tierney. He's fast, and you'll be seeing him enough times. High work rate, so he can go up and down the pitch quite a lot. He's got decent dribbling as well, not bad passing, but to be fair, all you really need is that physicality and then also that pace. And because he's in BPL, he's a favourite for a lot of people. So Kieran Tierney. But for me, the best meta left back will be Vizeh. He's got a pace, defending, he can dribble, he can pass. He's also got good physicals as well. He, for me, is the most perfect, lower rated left back you can get in the market right now. And speaking of Bundesliga, you need a right back, and Mbabu is, alongside Vizeh, the best fullbacks for this sort of price range in the game. It's unreal. Again, just like Vizeh, he's fast, and he has got pretty good jumping as well. 6 foot is pretty high for a fullback. So if there's any crosses, he's there at the front post or the back post to get the header out of your box. Let's move back to centre backs, and we got Koundé, who's a pretty nice OP but cheap variety in the La Liga. French as well, so good links, and he is what you need if you're looking for a 5 to 10k centre back in that league. Now my choice for the BPL will be Wan-Bissaka for right back, and that is because he has got very good height. He's got the defensive work rate, which I think you may need, because from what I found this year, players do get counted a lot more from your defenders. So I believe he'd be a good option if you want to try and solidify your defense a bit more. Now this one is a bit out there, but I'm looking at his stats, and if this guy was in the BPL, he'd be worth 25, 30k. But because he is in the Pro League, he's in Belgium League, he's worth like 2k. So my cheapest option for you guys for centre back is Clinton Mata. You can make a pretty nice triangle at your back, which is very cheap. So have a look at Clinton Mata and also Club Brugge defenders and goalkeepers. Now you did see Vizeh, but Alphonso Davies is potentially an upgrade on him. That's because he's got the 96 pace, and pace of shit does mean a lot more, especially for attackers. Not a single person will be faster than him other than Kylian Mbappe. That's the only person that can match Alphonso Davies. Oh god. Okay, the most meta centre-back is back. Eder Militao, currently not on the market for 20k. He's a stint, and there's a reason why. He's probably going to be worth like 25, 30k once that price range is lifted. Amazing links, La Liga, but also Brazilian, and also physicals is just perfect for what you need. Is absolutely perfect, and then also defensive stats is not bad as well. Something about this guy that just makes him perfect. Also good work rates. Eder Militao. Look forward to the year this guy again. But we have got a competitor for Eder Militao, and that would be Klosterman from the Bundesliga, who is very similar in his build, and he's faster, and he's actually got some better stats in defending. So I'll keep an eye on Klosterman because he looks like a very meta OP Bundesliga centre-back, and he won't be worth that much the entire year. And if we got Eder Militao, we need this guy, Mendy. The most OP card last year. For me, I think it was the most OP card. Like, people were still using Gold Mendy back in, like, July. Like, people were still using this normal gold card back in July. Do you know how crazy that is? Let's go to the BPL, and if you don't want Wan-Bissaka, you got a Nelson Semedo. Now, you may say, why is there so many BPL players? That's because a lot of people like BPL players. It just is the market. So I thought I might as well throw a bit more Premier League because that's what people typically want. It's BPL again, it's Tomori. And you know what I said that Clinton Mata is literally probably even better than him, and Tomori is worth like 10k, 9k? Yeah, Tomori though, even still, is still a very good budget, somewhat, but it's like 8k, 9k now, which for me, that's quite cheap for most players because you can get a lot of coins very quickly. And we have got a competitor with Eder Militao to be the most OP Brazilian centre-back in La Liga, Diego Carlos. I'm scared because I'm going to face Eder Militao and also this Donny a lot, and he's very scary. Let's up in the Bundesliga will be a Kanji, and yep, you already know that he's going to be here. Solid as a rock. I'm in the Serie A. There's not many amazing Serie A defenders, but one is Manolas, who, my god, he's got like perfect work rates if you're planning on, like, you know, having a solid defense. However, he's got the pace for centre-back to match it. The only issue with him is the stamina. That's the only thing. Konate, open net, 6'4", very tall man, medium-high work rates, and as you can see, the perfect all-round stats. Again, the only issue with him is his stamina, but other than that, very solid. And now the last player for the defense, and it'll be a left back from Ligue 1, and it'll be Kamara, because I don't think I have many Ligue 1 players here, but I thought I'll throw him in. Kamara is a solid enough left back, not the tallest person in the world, but if you do want a budget team, you can try and fit him around your team. Now, let's get into the midfielders. So this would be CMs, CDMs, and also CAMs, but mainly CDMs, CMs, because I know a lot of people will be using 4-2-3-1. So 4-2-3-1, that means he needs more ideal, you know, good physical defensive players, and the perfect guy for me is Partey. Absolutely unreal. If you're running a La Liga team, this is who you want. Good height, perfect work rates, and also can shoot, he can pass, and he can also run as well, and he's got great stamina. For me, the most perfect, like, CDM. But if you're looking for a more budget kind of, you know, centre mid, Renato Sanchez is the one that you want. He's not got the best defending, but 4-star, and he can do a bit of everything. High work rates. Speaking of budget, let's stick on budget with Serie A, and that would be Tonali. He's just got a few more different qualities to Sanchez. He can't shoot that much, but he can pass a lot better, and can also run around a lot more as well. This Bundesliga CDM, Lema, I think he's actually, like, unreal, and one of the best, more budget idea CDMs in the game. Now, here's a player that I am getting a lot of fun out of right now, and that would be Paulinho. And I mean, you look at his stats, and there's nothing that he cannot do. High work rates, 4-star, 6 foot, and he's only worth 14k. If this guy was in BPL, he'd be worth 35, 40. Like, if Sissoko is worth how much he is now, imagine how much he will be. Now, here's a cam for you guys. Now here's a cam for you guys, and it's one of my all-time, like, favorite players ever, and it's Alejandro Gomez, 4-star. He's pretty small, so he's going to be having that low center of gravity. This guy on the ball will be so enjoyable. Goretzka, man, oh my god, this guy is, I actually adore this guy, honestly. Everything about Goretzka for me is perfect. Genuinely perfect. That's all I'm going to say. But a competitor to Goretzka is Valverde, which is debatably, in other ways, maybe a better card other than height, but he's got high work rates, and he's got pace. Imagine Eder Militao, and then Mendy, and then Valverde as like a triangle in like a 4-3-2-1. Literal, like, Dirty, man. Here is a Premier League option in Fred, who is a bit, right now in the market, but that's because he's one of the better, more balanced centre mids for the BPL, and he can do a bit of everything, and that is what you need. Nainggolan, he is back with a vengeance. He's at Inter now, and over them pace, he's got 80s all over the board, and it is a great return to see such a legend of the game, especially in FIFA, back. Now, one of the most OP cards that I've seen, or people say is OP, is Marcus Llorente. Now, he does look pretty good for La Liga. I don't think he's anything that's too special, but he does look like a very enjoyable card. And then Sakaria. Oh, I used this guy so much last year and I loved him to bits. He's tall, he's huge, and he can't really shoot that much, but it doesn't matter because he will be everywhere in your midfield to track down players. And how can I do a OP player video without Musa Sissoko? He's took a downgrade, but he still looks decent enough, very good for BPL. Over then shooting, he's got balanced stats everywhere, and he will stay back and track down players, and with that, 91 stamina, he'll run no game. The second to last player will be Emre Can, and then the last player for me will be a cam, and it will be Quincy Promes, which a lot of people have been on about a lot. He's got the pace, he's got very good dribbling, and you can make some pretty nice teams with him. Okay, so let's get into wingers. So these are going to be all players from left mid, left wing, left forward, right forward. These are all for your players who you want down wide in your team. So let's begin with Insigne for a Serie A option. Other than shooting, he's got the good passing and one of the best dribbling stats in the game right now, and he will be so fun to use on the ball. Speaking of fun on the ball, here's Saint Maximin, and he's got 5-star skills, high low work rates, and he can't shoot that much as well, but for BPL teams, you can't get really much better than this for meta. And now Ligue 1. This guy is a bit of a hidden gem for me with the pace, which of course you need pace because pace is so important this year. You need 90 pace minimum to be a very good winger, unless you're like Gareth Bale or Messi. But Rafinha, he's got all-round perfect stats for a great budget right mid or right winger. Speaking of right wingers, who's also Brazilian, we've got Anthony, who is a player like to link with Promes and Malin and those sort of players, and he seems also quite enjoyable. And then how can I not put in Messi? Okay, I kind of can't put him not in here, so yeah, Messi. Lozano, this guy, I feel like he could be one of the most insane players of the year, especially now in the first few weeks. It's an inform card now. Hollow work race, he's absolutely rapid, he can shoot, and he can dribble, and he has good enough passing as well. And alongside him in the Serie A, we've got Douglas Costa, which is, look at the stats, man. Again, shooting is the only thing that lets him down, but other than that, you're going to be having so much fun with these guys, man. And then there's Leroy Sané. I am scared, because I've not faced him yet, but I don't want to, because each FIFA, Leroy Sané is always just another level of speed. But the only issue is he can actually shoot. Most wingers can't shoot that well. He can shoot. He's got amazing shot power. So good luck. And now we are in the BPL, and Lucas Moura is a great player in BPL to use. He's got all the main stats. He can also shoot 4-star, 4-star. You could go for Adam Traore, but for me, I went Lucas Moura above him because even though Adam is fast, Lucas Moura is also fast. Not as fast, but he's fast enough and also can actually shoot. And it's another Brazilian. We love Brazilians here. And it's David Neres in also Eredivisie. Him with Anthony and Quincy Promes and maybe Malin as striker. You got a very nice, very enjoyable Eredivisie team. And now we got the king, Ousmane Dembele. He was absolutely disgusting last year and also in 19. And with a 5-star, 5-star, he can hit it on both feet. And oh god, I'm not looking forward to this guy, man. And now we got Bale, which he can shoot. He can hit them. 90 shot power. But he's also got good strength. And he's got great pace. He's gonna be pretty good. And here we go for a more out there option, Porto, which I've seen in quite a few teams so far, in La Liga teams especially. He's a great player for a lot of budget idea La Liga teams, and I don't blame them. And then there's Rafa as another. He's not really low rated, but I don't think many people really know about it because he's not in the top leagues. For Liga NOS team, he's not a bad player to make a team around. And then there's Carrasco, who I have seen a lot, and I don't blame him. He can shoot with good pace and dribbling, 4-star, 4-star. And yeah, there's a lot of very good OP at Atletico Madrid players this year. I don't know what to say about Rashford. I don't know what to say. Rashford is another level. Genuinely, he's another level. Just you wait until you face him or you use him and you realize he's got the shot power. He can run, he can dribble, he has strength. He's also tall. He can also win headers. There's nothing that Rashford cannot do, and for me, he's one of the most meta players in the entire year. But if you're looking for a more cheaper BPL left winger, other than Rashford or like, Sadio Mane, then you've got Podence, who is awful at shooting, but is great at everything else. And now we are finally onto strikers. So this is what most of you have been waiting for, and let's get into it. So we have got Mertens for Serie A, absolute beast. He's always really fun to use at sort of FIFAs. Perfect work rates, perfect skill moves and weak foot, and also he can just do a bit of everything. He can pass, he can shoot, he can run, he can dribble. And then there's Jimenez, which doesn't have the pace. But apparently, from what I've been told, that he's absolutely unreal. Like, he just bullies and he just shoots. And it works. And then there's Gamero for a more cheaper La Liga or French striker option. If you're looking for a more budget team, he is a good player that can get the job done for you guys. And also Malin, because we have, Anthony and Promes and Neres. You need Malin in there as well. And he is a great, enjoyable little player as well. Not the best striker in the world, but he has enough quality that he can get a few goals for you. This is a more budget option. I think it's worth like 4 or 5k right now. But if you got a Ligue 1 team, he's nice. And then there's one of my players, which is going to be Bakambu. Bakambu. I love him. 6 games, 6 goals, 7 assists, and that's all my Div Rivals placements. And, I mean, as you can tell, he's been bagging goals. And now here's a more expensive player, and for me, Jamie Vardy is going to be an absolute nightmare. He's already got one in form, and he's going to get more. Absolute nightmare. Genuinely, I'm not looking forward. He's so rapid, and he's got amazing attacking positioning. He can run all day. And now here's a Serie A cheap player. We've got Osimhen, and if you're looking for a budget, he's a guy for you to use with maybe Lozano up top. And now for BPL budget players, we got Antonio, who's worth about like 7k right now, but that is cheap for BPL. And then there's my guy, Alex Teixeira. Again, 6 games, 6 goals, 6 assists, 4-star, high-low work rates. One of the most meta cards in the game. Timo Werner, and he's rapid and can shoot and also can dribble. He's going to be very good this year. And here we go for a budget Bundesliga option. And we got Rashica, who is very actually underrated. 4-star, good work rates, and he can also dribble and can also shoot with very good shot power and can run. He's great. Inaki Williams is a guy that you want for La Liga teams, but his only issue will be his lack of weak foot. Other than that, he has got everything that you need. Memphis Depay, I've heard fantastic things about with his 5-star skills and his high-low work rates, and he is a guy who can take a game. He can create, he can score, he can run. All around a very solid player. And then there's Hwang Hee-chan, which can go alongside Rashica as a very underrated, very OP player, and I've been hearing people score 14 goals in 6 games with him. And then there's my guy Lautaro Martinez, and he's like a perfect striker, which he can run but shoot, and also he can bully people. He can also win headers. He's the perfect striker if you want to do a bit of everything this year. And then there is the main guy, Martial, who every single person in Premier League wants in FIFA Ultimate Team. And you kind of can't blame them because he looks unreal. And then last but not least, it's Mbappe. I shouldn't put him in here. I could put Ronaldo, but I didn't want to. I didn't put Neymar in here because Neymar's obvious, and so is Ronaldo. But Mbappe is just too good. He's just too good. So there you go, guys. That is my top 50. And I just realized I think I've done 70 actually. But I may still cut 50. You know what, man? You get more value for this video. Okay, so if you guys did enjoy, smash the like button. Tell me which players are you using right now. Who's your most favorite player on FIFA right now? For me, it's Teixeira. And yeah, lads, hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you for watching. My name is Vizeh. I'll see you next time. And also subscribe, because it makes my ego quite big. Thank you.